What's up and welcome to FPL Today. I'm your host JNO. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my team for Game Week 11, where I go over my team, how it did last game week and what I'm planning to do for Game Week 11 and try and help you guys understand my thought process and help you with your teams going into the next game. And this video is brought to you today by Fantasy Football Magazine, the only fantasy football subscription magazine which you can get delivered to your day monthly with expert tips from some of the best players in the world. Check out the link in the description. So as always, we start off this episode with my transfers, and who did I bring in? I brought in Nicholas Otamendi and Richarlison, and as you can see, neither of them paid off in the short term, with Nicholas Otamendi getting 0 points and Richarlison getting 1 point. Unfortunately, both didn't perform for me in what was a very low scoring game week for my side. The top performers, one of them was actually someone who missed a penalty and at one point looked like he was going to get double points on a minus point, which would have got me -2 points, but fortunately he did turn up and get an assist later in the game. It was Mohamed Salah with 8 points as my captain from 4 points originally. Assists, he managed to get 1, but he did have that penalty miss and no bonus points. The actual best player for me was MEE, who managed to get 9 points with a clean sheet and 3 full bonus points with his match against Newcastle. And then Raheem Sterling, even though he didn't start, he came on and managed to get a goal, which meant 7 points for me and 1 bonus point. So the fact that those are my top scoring players kind of suggests how badly the rest of my team did. My actual total points was 36 points. And the average points for the game week was 46, so my game week rank was actually 4.4 odd million. The highest points in the game week was 115, so whoever managed to get that probably rose in rankings ridiculously. My overall points now stands at 549, with my overall rank dropping to 461,817th. But that's not bad out of 5.3 million players in the world. If we look at my team, we can see that Elliott did manage to get me 3 points. Not too bad of a performance, and the better choice out of the keepers of Foster and Elliott was Elliott, so I managed to make the right choice there. Otamendi got me nothing. Spurs came very close to getting a clean sheet, but then Martial managed to break through after the 80th minute, which Manchester United seem to love to do, scoring after the 80th minute. So that meant Davies only got 2 points. Eriksen was a bit quiet in that game as well with 2 points. We've already talked about Salah and Sterling. Richarlison, we've already talked about as well. Carroll only came up with 2 points. Gabriel Jesus started, which I was really pumped about, and then he only got 1 point, which was really disappointing. And Niasse, again, we're not expecting much from him, and he's someone we're looking to get out of our side. As you can see, I've still got Kane on the bench. We're monitoring this situation with Harry Kane. He's potentially going to play against Real Madrid. I kind of hope he doesn't, because then I think he's more certain to play in Game Week 11. But Kane is definitely someone I'm looking to get out, as well as the likes of Sterling. Hello. And as you can see, we've still got Harry Kane there. We're going to monitor that situation with Kane. He might potentially play against Real Madrid. This is recorded the Wednesday morning, so I don't know yet. Hopefully he doesn't, which I think makes him more certain to play in Game Week 11. So the players in this side I'm looking to switch out. We've got Ben Davies, who I'm still not confident is a first-team player for every game in the Premier League. I think he's going to rotate with Danny Rose and potentially Heung-min Son as well, and Vertonghen, so he's not nailed on there. Sterling also isn't nailed on, but he is getting me points, so he might not necessarily be the first one I transfer out, but we are looking at him as well. And we are, of course, looking at Niasse, Jesus and Kane. Not really happy with my forward line. If Kane manages to come back from injury, then I'm happy with Kane. But Niasse and Jesus is a rotation risk, and Niasse seems like a gamble I took that isn't really going to pay off. So, the Game Week 11 team so far, as it stands, I'm actually fielding a 4-5-1. Purely because I'm not sure about Kane. Niasse isn't really doing it for me at the moment. And the defence doesn't seem to have too bad a fixture list, as Elliott has Bournemouth at home and Foster has Huddersfield away. We then got MEE with Southampton away. Otamendi has a difficult tie against Arsenal, but it is at home. Davies with Crystal Palace, I might hold on to him for just that game, just on the hopes that he will play. And then Norton with Brighton Hove Albion, so that doesn't look too bad for my defence. And my midfield also has Eriksen against Palace, Mohamed Salah against West Ham, which I really like the look of, Sterling against Arsenal, Richarlison against Everton, who are out of form and looking for a new manager. We've got Tom Carroll against Brighton Hove Albion, and then Jesus against Arsenal. So it's not looking too bad. The Man City players against Arsenal, that could go two ways. That could be Man City dominating, or it could be a competitive tie in my mind. So it's worth them being there as well. So that is my lineup at the moment. But the transfers I'm considering with my one transfer move In defence, we're looking at Firmino from Watford at 4.5 million. Out the last 4 games, he's created 4 chances and created 1 big chance, and he's got a minute per chance creation of 90 minutes. Now, Holebas does have better underlying stats, but he costs 0.5 million more, so that is why we're looking at Firmino at the moment. We're also considering Phil Jones to come in for Ben Davies as well, just to get those clean sheet points that Man United can get, but at the moment Firmino is the one that is standing out to me. As far as midfield, we are trying to figure out the Man City conundrum. With Sterling not starting recently, David Silva looks nailed on, and in the last 4 he has had 1 goal with 13 attempts on goal and 5 shots on target, and he has a chance every 26.6 minutes at 8.6 million. But there's also Sane. If Sane keeps his place, he looks like the best option out of those Man City midfielders. At 8.6 million as well, in the last 4 games he's got 3 goals and 3 assists. He's also had a chance every 35.4 minutes and creates a chance every 51 minutes. So Sane looks like the best option, but he also looks like he could be rotatable with the likes of Sterling and Gabriel Jesus and Sergio Aguero. 3 of those 4 will play. I'm hoping we're starting to see a trend with Sane getting picked regularly. If we are, he's the one I want to bring in. And then the forwards, we have 2 Liverpool forwards because I feel like their next couple of fixtures are favourable and a Liverpool forward could do really well. Daniel Sturridge, his playing time does seem to rely on Coutinho not coming back, and Sturridge at 8 million has appeared in all of the last 4, but a lot of them have come off the bench. He's got 1 goal from 6 attempts, has had a chance every 28.7 minutes. Then Firmino is the safer option at 8.5 million. He's had 4 appearances, he's had 1 goal from 5 attempts, and he has a chance every 49.2 minutes because he's had more game time than Daniel Sturridge. And then I am still looking at Morata, but recently I've been starting to not be as fond of Morata as an option to bring back into my side. At 10.3 million, he's had 3 appearances out the last 4, he's had 1 assist, 5 attempts, and has a chance every 35 minutes. I'm just not sure about Morata until he's back to match sharpness. I don't feel like back as the player he was just before he got injured. So those are my options that I'm considering, but the striker situation right now is very difficult to navigate. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of My Team as always. If you've enjoyed the episode, please hit that like button for me. Also subscribe to the channel if you want FPL content or football news in your subscription box. We've got the football recap as well. I've been JNO, this has been FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.